Hi class. So, glad to see you one more time again this week. And this week we are going to start with another new chapter. Okay. So last class we had discussed the question answers related to the second topic. What was the second topic in the science which we studied? Yes, we studied the chapter, the name of the chapter, Nutrition in Animals. Today we are going to start a new chapter. You might have studied the same chapter in your previous class, but you are going to study this chapter in much and more detail. Okay, you have studied this chapter in your 6th standard. And it was not in detail compared to what you are going to study this year. So, if I show you something, can you guess the name of the chapter? Can you guess the name of the chapter? Yes. What is this? Yes. You can see a piece of cloth, right? So, actually, we are going to discuss the new chapter, the name of the chapter, Fibre to Fabric. Correct? What is the name of the chapter? Fibre to Fabric. Correct? So, last year, we studied something from this chapter. Can you guess? Yes. You studied what this fiber is. And you studied what this fabric is. You studied that different kind of dresses, they are made out of this fabric. You have a little idea about what this fiber is. Correct? So, this year, we are going to study this chapter in detail. Again, we are going to study about some of the organisms or some of the animals which give us this kind of fibers. This chapter is mainly related to the study of these organisms, and we will also do some kind of activities related to this lesson. Okay, so you all have to send me your activities. Correct? They are very interesting ones to do. Okay, so shall we start the chapter? Yes, we shall start. So, as you know, okay, what happens? Fabric, okay, any dress. You might have seen in your cupboard, you have a large number of dresses, correct? All these dresses, they are made out of what? Different kind of fabrics. And this fabric is made out of what? Fabric is made out of fibers. Okay, so these fibers, they are mainly of two types. Okay, these fibers, they are mainly of two types in origin. First one is natural fibers and second one is artificial or man-made fibers. Okay. This year, we will be discussing in detail about natural fibers, because more than artificial or man-made fibers, we like more natural fibers, because natural fibers are very comfortable. Correct? If you have a cotton dress, though it wrinkles very easily, but it is very comfortable to wear. Your body can just adjust it, give it short span of time. Similarly, if animal fabrics, okay, natural fabrics, they can be classified into two types. Okay, plant fabrics, plant fibers, and animal fibers. So, fibers we can classify into two types: natural fibers, man-made or artificial, or we can also call it as synthetic fibers. Okay. Now, these natural fibers, these are of two types: plant and animal. Okay. Plant fibers. Some plant fibers, they include cotton. Correct? And animal fibers include the fur or the skin of different kind of animals. Right? In the starting of this lesson, we will mainly discuss about a kind of animal fiber. Okay? Wool. Okay? What we are going to discuss? We will discuss about wool. And in the later part of the chapter, we will discuss about silk. Okay? In the starting part of this chapter, we will discuss about wool. So, shall we begin? Yes, we will begin with the chapter. Okay, so as you can see, fiber is divided into two types: natural fibers and artificial, man-made or synthetic. These three mean the same. Okay, and this natural fiber is of two types: plant fiber and animal fiber. Example of plant fiber is cotton. Okay, cotton we get from? Yes, we get from there are plants. Okay, these plants have this cotton. Cotton has got seeds, and what do? We make beds out of cotton. We make clothes out of cotton. Correct? Similarly, jute. Okay, jute is also obtained from plants. Animals. Okay, mainly wool, silk. Okay, these we can obtain from animals. Okay, so let us study in detail first part of your chapter about wool. Okay, so all of you, if you can see the board, okay, you can see, okay, wool. We are going to study about wool, which is the main important part of our topic. So, where do we get wool from? Yes, of course, you all know. We get wool from sheep. Okay, where do we get? Main organism producing a large amount of wool is sheep. Okay, so you might have seen the person who takes these sheep for grazing. All the sheep will go behind this man. Okay, in a line. And what will happen? After some days, you can see that the sheep, it is having some hair on its body. Correct? That we call it as the wool. What do we call it? We call it as the wool. Okay? So this wool is derived usually from the sheep. Okay? Now these sheep, they are of different types. Correct? In sheep also, if you see the kind of wool which is produced by this sheep. Okay? In the case of the sheep produce two kinds of hair on their body. Okay? Why does this wool help us to keep our body warm? The reason is that wool can trap a large amount of air. The ability of this wool is to trap a large amount of air. It catches this air, okay, it traps this air. As a result, our body feels warm when we are putting this wool, these kind of dresses, okay, dresses made of wool on our body. What happens? Wool has got the ability to trap heat, okay, trap the air, and so it feels very warm. Okay, now if you see clearly, if you can understand clearly, this on the body of this sheep, two types of hair grow. Okay, one type of hair, okay, it is long. How it is? It is very long. Okay, and one type of hair, it is very short. Okay, this short hair we are using for making this sweaters and such kind of things. Okay, so the sheep produces two type of hair. Okay, one is the long one. Okay, that is called as the coarse beard hair. What do we call this? We call this as the coarse beard hair. Okay, and the other one we call it as the fine under hair. What do we call it? We call it as the fine under hair. Okay. So coarse beard hair, fine under hair. This fine under hair is very soft. Okay. And that is why what happened? We use this fine under hair for making sweaters and shawls and such kind of things. Okay. So now, how can you make this? How can you select this sheep? Okay, based upon this. If you select a sheep, what should happen? This sheep should have large amount of fine under hair. So what is that? Two parent sheep are selected. Okay, what is that? Two parent sheep, mother sheep and father sheep. Okay, they are selected. Those who are having a large number of fine under hair. Mother sheep and father sheep having a large number of fine under hair, they are selected. So, after a span of time, they will have a sheep. They will give, the mother sheep will give birth to a sheep. That sheep that is having a large number of fine under hair. So, fine under hair is too much. Okay. This method of selecting and obtaining a special character of offspring, we call it as selective breeding. What do we call it? We call it as selective breeding. What do we call it? We call it as selective breeding. So what is selective breeding? Selective breeding is the process of selecting and obtaining special characters. What is it? It is the process of selecting and obtaining special characters. What is it? Process of selecting and obtaining special characters. Special characters. So what such special character is? The production of or the growth of fines under hair. So what is done in selective breeding? In selective breeding, a mother sheep and a father sheep is selected who is having a large number of fine or large amount of fine under hair. Okay, and these sheep, they give rise to a baby sheep, okay, or a child sheep who is having a large amount of fine under hair. So we can easily cut the hair and we can make such kind of woolen materials or woolen items from that. Okay. Now, where in some places where it is very cold. Okay. So sheep cannot be grown there. Okay. There what do we use? We use yards. Okay. These yards produce different kind of hair, long hair they have on their body. Okay. So this wool of the yard, okay, this is common in places like Tibet, okay, and Angora. Where is it common? It is common in cold places like Tibet and Angora. So in Tibet and Angora, what is used? Yak is used to obtain wool. Okay. Similarly, in some places, okay, Angora goats, in these Angora regions, what is there? There are some goats. Okay, these goats we call them as the Angora goats. Okay, see these Angora goats, they have a beard. Okay, they are beard sheep. Okay, so these beard sheep, their beard is very soft. So this is also used for obtaining wool. Okay, similarly, this is used. Okay, this Angora sheep, this is used for beard, the hair of the beard, that is used for producing Kashmiri shawls. Okay, Kashmiri shawls we call Pashmina shawls. That is a special kind of shawl which we call it as the Pashmina shawl. What do we call it? We call it as the Pashmina shawl. Okay, but in some regions like South Africa, what? In some regions like South Africa, instead of these, some animals which are found are the llama and alpaca. Okay, what are the animals found? These are known as the llama and the alpaca. Okay, in South America, organisms like llama and alpaca are found, and their hair are used for making wool. Okay, so in today's chapter, in today's lesson, you are going to do two activities. First thing you are going to do is you are going to collect the pictures of some wool producing organisms. Okay, so you can see in your textbook which are the activities you are going to do. Just check. Collect pictures of animals whose hair is used as wool. Stick them in your scrapbook. Scrapbook is not there. If you can stick it in your science book. Okay, and if you are unable to get pictures, draw them. Okay, you can draw them if you are not getting the pictures. Okay. Similarly, you have to do activity 3.3 also. You can see activity 3.3. You have to procure the outline map. You have to bring one outline map of India and the world. And you have to mark the places on the map. Okay. Using different colors to denote the location of different wool yielding animals. So, if you are not able to get the world map, you at least write the name of the places where these animals are found. If you are able to get the world map, then it is very well and good. If you are not able to get the world map, you write the names of these animals and the places where you can find these animals. So you can see in your textbook itself, there are a large number of wool producing organisms. So today you have to do two activities, activity 3.2 and activity 3.3. Okay. So let us one more time revise what we have studied in this chapter. Okay. So let us go through this. So in this chapter we studied that. Okay. These fibers we obtained from animals also and plants also. From animals, we obtain fibers like wool, silk, etc. And from plants, we obtain fibers like cotton, jute, etc. Today, we mainly discussed upon wool. Okay, wool we are getting from different kind of organism. But the main organism, animal that gives us wool is the sheep. In the sheep also, two kinds of hair are present on the body of the sheep. Okay, and those are the coarse beard hair and the fine under hair. So we use the fine under hair. By selective breeding, by the method of selective breeding, what do? We select the organism which will give us a large amount of fine under hair. Okay, and what we do? We grow such kind of organism, such kind of sheep. Okay, baby sheep. And this process by which we are selecting that particular sheep, we call it as selective breeding. So what can you call selective breeding? Selective breeding is a process of selecting and obtaining special character. Okay, what is the process? The process of obtaining a special character, that we call it as the selective breeding. Then we have studied that if wool is not obtained from sheep in some region, then in very cold region like Tibet and Ladakh and all these regions, Angora, we use yak. Okay, yak has got a large amount of this wool. So that wool, yak wool is used. Okay. Otherwise, what happens in Angora? There are some goats which are called as the Angora goats. Okay, they have a beard. So the hair of this beard that is used to make the special kind of shawls which are called as the pashmina shawls. Okay, not only this, but in regions like South America, animals like llama and alpaca, they are used to obtain wool. Okay, this is what we have discussed in today's chapter. I have given you two activities, so I expect that you will complete both the activities. Okay, and before coming to online session, try to prepare for this class. Okay, all of you, bye.